Hello friends, welcome to Insights ICANN Initiative. In today's video, we will discuss weekly current affairs week number 24. In case if you miss out previous weekly current issues, you can find in the playlist named as weekly current affairs. Okay, in this particular video, we are going to cover important incidents happened in the entire week. Apart from the issues on daily basis, we are discussing. And one more thing I would like to tell you, the PDF file related to each and every video, it will be included in the video description. You can find the first thing in the video description, it will be the PDF file link. So you can click on that, it leads to the Google Drive link. From there you can download the PDF. Now in today's video, we are going to discuss about these 7 topics. Okay, so it starts with the UAPA and ends with the River Devika project. Now first let us go to the first topic, UAPA. Why UAPA in news? So recently Government of India announced that they declared one individual as a terrorist, and the terrorist he been identified under UAPA. In this regard, you have to know in which year UAPA was enacted, whether individual can be identified as terrorist under UAPA or not. Initially it was not, but later UAPA is allowing even the individuals also to be categorized as terrorist. Apart from that, we will discuss further details. If someone mistakenly identified as terrorist, what kind of grievance mechanism is available to that individual. Okay, now let's see. First, gangster Goldie Brar. He was been declared as designated terrorist under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA by the Ministry of Home Affairs. Now tell me students, which article of the Indian Constitution deals with the preventive detention? Okay, it is one of the articles in the fundamental rights. Put your answer in the comment section. Then UAPA expanded application. In 2019, UAPA expanded in such a manner that now UAPA even applicable to individuals. Previously, it was applicable only to organizations. Okay. Now, definition of terrorist act. Under the UAPA, terrorist act means any act which intends to or which threatens to, okay, India's unity and integrity, India's security, economic security or sovereignty. Here you have to understand the difference between categorization as a terrorist by UNO and categorization as a terrorist by UAPA. Under UNO, if someone identified as a global terrorist, then obviously he will be sanctioned and his assets will be freezes and he will experience the travel bans. No such kind of implications to individual if he identified under UAPA. This is the classic difference you have to understand. Next, grievance mechanism. If someone claims that he mistakenly identified as a terrorist by Government of India under UAPA, first he can apply for his removal. Then it will be reviewed within 1 month. In that stage, if he won't get any redressal, then he can apply to the review committee. Here the review committee consists of chairman and 3 members. Over the period of time, they will examine the facts, and if that person mistakenly included, then his name will be removed. There also, if he did not get any justice, he can appeal to the Supreme Court. They can take the legal resources as well. So this is about the topic number 1. Then topic number 2. Here the second topic we are going to discuss about one mineral, that is lithium. You know students, across the globe there are few countries which are very popular for the lithium resources, such as Argentina, Bolivia and Chile. These are the very popular countries. Of course, apart from this, even the Australia and USA, they are also having significant amount of the lithium resources. Now let's see why it is in news. Okay, and of course lithium is playing very important role in the lithium ion batteries making, that is in the electric vehicles sector as well. Now in India, recently the GSI, Geological Survey of India, they conducted various field visits, field experiments and field surveys as well in these states to explore certain minerals. In those minerals, lithium is also one of the mineral. It is in Jammu Kashmir, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh. In these states, they conducted the field surveys. And you know that lithium atomic number is number 3. Okay, after hydrogen, helium, lithium is atomic number is 3. This you have to understand. Next, why it is in news? Union Ministry, okay, Ministry of Mines, they had an agreement with the Argentinian mining company. So from India, Kaniz Bidesh India Limited, actually it is one of the PSU, it deals with the exploration of the minerals. So we had an agreement between India's PSU and Chemian from Argentina. What is the agreement is about? Exploration and development regarding the 5 lithium blocks. Okay, development of these 5 lithium blocks in India so that we can extract the lithium on commercial scale. Lithium is alkaline mineral and it is also known as white gold. Why we are calling it as white gold? Because it is soft in nature and silvery white in color. It is one of the lightest metal of the periodic table. What are the major properties? High reactivity, low density and excellent electrochemical properties. Because of that, it is ideal for making of lithium ion batteries. Occurrence and top producers. Minerals. From these minerals like spodumene, petalite and lepidolite, from these minerals lithium will be extracted. Later it will be refined into lithium sheets. That you have to understand. Applications. It has a wide range of applications, includes batteries, glass and ceramics, medicine and lubricants. These are the areas of application. And availability. Top producers of lithium across the globe: Australia, Chile, China and Argentina. Actually, Australia was the world leader in terms of the lithium mining production, followed with the Chile and China. Okay, Australia, if you take a single country, then Australia leads in the production of lithium. In the recent time, USA also discovered massive amount of lithium under California's Salton Sea. According to estimates, this discovery, this mine consists of 18 million tons of lithium discovered under this mine. Lithium triangle: Argentina, Bolivia and Chile. These 3 countries consist of around more than 50% of the global lithium the production or lithium availability. Lithium in India. Recently, massive amount of lithium discovered in Salal Himna area of Raisi district of Jammu and Kashmir. It is estimated to be around 5.9 million tons. Of course, we have to examine the quality of this lithium and the economic viability of this lithium. And additional reserves also identified in Koderma and Girid regions of the Jharkhand. Okay, this is about the second topic, that is the lithium. And the third one, it is regarding the space observatory, and we are going to discuss about one of the intergovernmental space observatory, and India is going to be a part of this. Let's see what is this all about. It is about Square Kilometer Array Observatory. Square Kilometer Array Observatory, SKAO. It is an international endeavor, and this project is going to observe radio waves. You know that in electromagnetic spectrum, radio waves are the waves which consist of higher long wavelength with less energy. As the wavelength is decreasing of any particular rays, the amount of energy it carries will increase. Now, question to you students: recently India launched one satellite dedicatedly to observe X-rays through PSLV C58. What is the name of that satellite? Put your answer in the comment section. So these are the various types of rays in the electromagnetic radiation and the respective wavelength. As the wavelength is decreasing, like I mentioned earlier, the amount of energy they carry will increase. Here we can see radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible, UV, X-ray and gamma rays. Now, Indian scientists, they are going to be part of this Square Kilometer Array Observatory. It is a dedicated observatory for the radio waves. It is a kind of radio telescope. It mainly observe the radio waves and try to interpret what the significance of those radio waves, so we can have a better understanding about the universe and universe evolution. Radio telescope can be used in both night as well as the daytime. Actually, the setting up of these radio telescopes, they are being set up majorly in South Africa as well as Australia. That means in the southern hemisphere. Why southern hemisphere? Southern hemisphere is the ideal place to observe radio waves, because the southern hemisphere is having less interference with respect to radio waves due to the clear climate. You know that southern hemisphere majorly dominated by water bodies. That is the reason it is ideal to observe the radio waves. This particular initiative, that is SKAO, Square Kilometer Array Observatory, it is an intergovernmental international radio telescope project. It is being built in Australia as well as South Africa. These are the countries which are actively participating in this project, and it is majorly building in southern hemisphere because it is the ideal place to observe the Milky Way galaxy. because there is a less interference. The headquarters of this project is identified in 2015, that is the Zodrell Bank Observatory. Actually, it was opened later in 2019, but the headquarters of this project is located in UK. Which observatory is acting as headquarter? The Zodrell Bank Observatory is acting as a headquarter. India role. India has been involving in this project since the project started in 1990s, and recently even the government of India decided to join in this project with additional financial sanctions of 1250 crores. Regarding the space observation, even gravitational waves also in news in the recent past. To observe the gravitational waves, same like the radio waves, across the global level, there is one project that is known as LIGO, Laser Interferometer Gravitational Observatory. Recently, India also announced that they even allocated funds to build the LIGO Observatory in India. The world's largest gravitational wave observatory, it is located in America. It consists of two components. One is present in Hanford, Washington. The second one is present in the Livingston, Louisiana. In India, we are going to build this Laser Interferometer Gravitational Observatory, LIGO, in where? In Maharashtra, Hingoli. This project is going to be finished by 2030. You know that the significance of gravitational waves. Gravitational waves gives information regarding the star's collapse as well as the early stages of the universe. And to observe and to detect the gravitational waves, we require perpendicular tunnel kind of things. So these are the ones. It will amplify the gravitational waves and it will interpret the gravitational waves so that we can understand the more information regarding the universe. So in this topic we discussed about the radio waves as well as the gravitational waves. Next, so PRITHvi VIgyan scheme. So this PRITHvi VIgyan scheme is about knowing more information about Earth and understanding more about the Earth so that we can better take precautions regarding the conservation of the Earth. So this project or this scheme launched by Union government recently, mainly to understand the changing nature of the Earth. It is known as PRITHvi VIgyan scheme. Through this scheme, we can enhance the research understanding, modeling and service delivery across crucial areas like weather, climate, oceans and polar region. On these regions, we can get a better understanding with this project. Next, about the scheme. The scheme is under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. Its scheme duration 2021 to 2026 and the projected cost of this scheme is 4,797 crores. This scheme subsumed following 5 other schemes. That means these 5 schemes merged into this particular scheme. These are across atmosphere and climate research modeling, observing system and services, OSMART, ocean services modeling application resources and technology. I am reading out so that in future when you are solving the MCQs, it will be very easy for you. PACER, polar science and cryosphere research, SAGE, seismology and geosciences, Reach Out, research, education, training and outreach. These are the program submerged into this particular scheme. Now next we are going to discuss about the river wetland. Recently Government of India, it forwarded three city wetlands. Okay, city wetlands. Normally wetlands will be identified under Ramsar Convention. So through Ramsar Convention we will give international importance to wetlands. But recently this Ramsar Convention, they decided to identify cities which are trying to conserve these wetlands. That means to recognize the efforts being put by cities. Government of India nominated 3 cities under the Wetland City Accreditation. These 3 cities are Indore from Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal from Madhya Pradesh and Udaipur from Rajasthan. From India, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, they nominated 3 cities to be considered under Wetland City Accreditation. So the name itself is saying Wetland City. You know that wetland is ecotone. The habitat, the region which is present between the 2 habitats is known as ecotone. Actually ecotone represents the changing nature of one habitat to another habitat. That is the reason we can find lot of biodiversity in ecotone, that is known as edge effect. About the accreditation, Ramsar Convention in COP 12 in 2015, they decided that there must be a voluntary approval of wetland city accreditation system to recognize cities' efforts in conserving the wetlands. Since COP13, that means next to COP12, COP13, since that around 43 cities from 17 cities so far recognized as wetland cities. The significance of this program, it promotes the conservation of wetlands in urban as well as the peripheral of the urban region, and it also improves or promotes the sustainable socio-economic benefits of the wetland developments and how it is going to be helpful to the local communities. Because for the conservation of nature, obviously we require the support of the local communities, unless until we cannot conserve the nature. Next, 3 nominated cities. Why these 3 cities been nominated? First, if you look at the Indore, which is founded by Holkers, it's claiming Sirpur Lake, a very popular Ramsar site, and it has been recognized for its water bird congregation, and of course later it developed as a bird sanctuary as well. And the city is giving much importance to bird conservation, and they are sensitizing the local community to conserve the bird Sarus crane. So these are some of the efforts the city administration is being put. So that is the reason it has been nominated for this particular category. Next, Bhopal. Bhopal is claiming the Bose wetland, which is a Ramsar site, and Bhopal Municipal Corporation has a dedicated lake conservation cell. So this is the one of the good effort from the Bhopal municipality. Then Udaipur. Udaipur located in Rajasthan, and surrounding the Udaipur, it is surrounded by 5 major wetlands: Pichola, Fateh Sagar, Rang Sagar, Swarup Sagar and Dudh Talai. So the Udaipur administration, they are successfully conserving or protecting these 5 wetlands which are surrounding the Udaipur. So because of these cities nominated to this category. Next, we are going to discuss about one chemical structure, that is a graphene. Okay, we are going to discuss about graphene. Researchers recently created the world's first functional semiconductor from graphene. Actually, graphene is the one which will be extracted from the graphite. Graphene is very popular for its very sturdy, strong thing and very thin, and it reflects almost all entire light, and it is also good conductor for the electricity as well. So we can call it as a super metal. It fulfills so many needs, so many commercial needs of the human. So researchers recently successfully they developed the functional semiconductor which is developed from the graphene. Graphene is an atom that means atom thickness, thick layer carbon atoms arranging in the hexagonal manner. So its thickness is more or less the atomic size, that means that small its thickness is. It is the building block of the graphite. Of course, graphite in our daily life we are using in pencil tips. It is the first one, graphene, for the first time isolated in 2004. Properties: it is the world's thinnest material. Its thickness is more or less the thickness of the atom, and it is 1 million times thinner than the human hair. You can understand how thin this is. It is very stronger than the steel and diamond. It is an excellent conductor for the heat as well as electricity. In terms of electricity, it is performing better than the copper as well. It is almost perfectly transparent. It reflects almost all the entire light which falls on it. It is impermeable to gases, even like hydrogen as well as helium. So any applications which requires gaseous resistance and the equipment supposed to be reflect entire light, for those kind of equipment graphene will be the ideal material application. Due to its mechanical strength, it can be applicable in so many areas. Due to its thermal applications, it can be widely used in heat spreading solutions like heat sink, which is used in the electronics. It can be useful in the making of microelectronics, such as making of the chips as well as the LED lighting as well. It has applications in the larger areas as well. For example, thermal foils, which is making for the mobile applications, mobile devices. Because it stores energy as well, it is having wide applications in batteries, supercapacitors, supercapacitors where the storage matters a lot. Okay, these are the areas where storage should be maximum and the less amount of the place. So in these areas, this graphene can be widely useful, and apart from that, it can have some additional applications such as anti-corrosion coatings, precise sensors, efficient electronics, and solar panels, faster DNA sequencing equipment, and drug delivery mechanisms as well. In these areas also, it can be useful. Next one, we are going to discuss about the river Devika project. Recently, Government of India took up the river Devika for its river rejuvenation. Under the river rejuvenation program, river cleaning will be done and sewerage plants will be incorporated on the river banks. Okay, and whatever the effluents releasing into the river, we tried maximum to divert that kind of sewerage as well. So North India's first river rejuvenation project Devika, it is in the final stages. So here you have to understand what is this river Devika and where it flowing and whether it is a tributary to any river. So to which river it is a tributary, that information we have to know, and we have to know about the river rejuvenation program as well. It is coordinated under which project? For example, so this Devika river rejuvenation project, it is take up, okay, it is take up on the lines of Namami Gange project, and it was launched in 2019. It is going to be the first North Indian river which is successfully rejuvenated under the river rejuvenation project. This project is implemented along the river Devika in Jammu and Kashmir, that is Namami Gange. Along with this river Devika rejuvenation project is going in the Jammu and Kashmir. It has been included under the Government of India's National River Conservation Project. Under this project, in a particular river, if a river being taken up for the rejuvenation, then bathing ghats on the banks of the river will be constructed, encroachment will be removed, and natural water bodies will be restored along the river. And cremation grounds also will be developed separately along the river. The fund allocation, 90% of the center as well as 10% of the UT, because now Jammu is a UT, so 10% funds will be contributed from the Jammu. Once the completion of this project, the river will see less reduction in the pollution as well as improvement in the water quality as well. River Devika, it is considered as sister river of the river Ganges. It originates in the hill areas of Suddha Mahadeva temple in the Udhampur district of Jammu and Kashmir. It flowed towards western direction and merged with the river Ravi. As it appears and disappears, okay, very frequently, it is popularly known as Gupta Ganga. Gupta Ganga, that is secret Ganga. Now let's see yesterday's video questions. Consider the following statement regarding the Kavarthi Island. Statement number 1. It is situated in the heart of the Lakshadweep group of islands as it is being developed as a smart city under the flagship Smart Cities mission. Yes, both statements are right. Now we will see few questions. Which one of the following pairs of metals constitute the lightest metal and the heaviest metal respectively? Which pair? Okay, next question. Carbon border adjustment mechanism, sometimes seen in news, it is an initiative of who took up this initiative? Next. Consider the following statement regarding loss and damage fund that was agreed at COP28. Pick the right correct statement regarding the loss and damage funds. Next question. Next MCQ. Consider the following statement regarding building breakthrough initiative. So what is the building breakthrough initiative and which is the right regarding this particular statement? Next question. Consider the following statement regarding the Global River Cities Alliance. Global River Cities Alliance. So these are today's MCQ question. Now as we reach to the end of this video, in this particular video we discussed about following 7 topics, and this is the detailed analysis regarding the weekly current issues week number 24. Thank you.